time one of the coaches' drivers has won here in 10 seasons. Matt Kenseth, the Hall of Famer, did it 2015. And he's now the 10th driver to cross 700 starts and go to victory lane. What a major statement when you consider how great this guy is performing late in his career.
Yeah, we talked about this on the ride up here to Michigan. How many more wins can this guy get after that 700 start? We only had Jeff Gordon, I think, get 7 wins or 6 wins, and Harvick got 7 wins after 700 starts. Not anyone else except for Richard Petty got more wins.
At 44 years old, when most NASCAR drivers are contemplating retirement, Denny Hamlin has already secured 3 wins in the 2025 season. He sits 5th in the Cup standings, just 62 points behind series leader William Byron. But Hamlin's recent moves extend far beyond the racetrack, and they represent exactly what NASCAR executives and traditionalists have been dreading for years. Hamlin has positioned himself at the center of a multi-front revolution that threatens to reshape the sport's power structure. He's dominating on track, challenging NASCAR's monopoly in court, and expanding into broadcasting, all while co-owning a team with Michael Jordan. This isn't just about one driver having a good season. This is about fundamental changes to how NASCAR operates. Only 15 drivers in Cup Series history have won races on or after their 600th career start. Hamlin ranks 3rd on this exclusive list, having earned 9 wins since hitting the 600 start milestone. More impressively, 13 of his 57 career Cup wins have come since he turned 40. Kevin Harvick leads this elite group with 24 wins after 600 starts and 29 wins after age 40. Richard Petty sits 2nd with 51 wins after 375 starts, 600 starts from his 1,184 career Cup starts. The late Dale Earnhardt managed 26 wins after his 40th birthday, but only 5 after 600 starts, as his career was tragically cut short at his 676th start. Jeff Gordon rounds out the top 5, earning 11 wins after his 600th start, despite only 5 wins after turning 40. Gordon actually came out of retirement to help Hendrick Motorsports when Dale Earnhardt Jr. was injured. The complete list includes Bobby Allison, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Mark Martin, Bill Elliott, Ricky Rudd, Matt Kenseth, Rusty Wallace, and Terry Labonte. Hamlin's performance could have been even more dominant. He missed the Mexico City race due to the birth of his 3rd child and first son. Without that absence, his win total might be higher, and his points position stronger. NASCAR drivers stepping into the broadcast booth are like Clark Kent ducking into a phone booth and emerging as Superman. Kyle Busch has contributed commentary for races like the 2022 Las Vegas Xfinity event. Joey Logano has become a Fox Sports regular since 2020, with his standout performance coming at the 2023 Bristol Dirt Xfinity race. Hamlin is set to call the 2025 Dover Xfinity Series Bet Rivers 200 for the CW on July 19th. This marks his first full race booth role, building on previous guest appearances. He'll work alongside Adam Alexander and Parker Kligerman for the broadcast. During his Actions Detrimental podcast, Hamlin initially forgot about the commitment. I forgot about that, yup. Hamlin said when asked about the appearance, "Well, looking forward to it, working with the old CW folks. Adam Alexander will be fun. I believe he was calling the Xfinity race when I was doing it back then as well. So he's such a pro." Hamlin's preparation strategy focuses on data and statistics. "I'm going to rely heavily on their statistician, their information people, to feed me race histories, who's been good here, blah, blah, blah," Hamlin explained. All that stuff will be really important to being knowledgeable about what you're talking about. The CW's NASCAR productions team, including pit reporters Dylan Welch and Kim Kuhn, will provide him with Dover's historical data. Hamlin brings significant track knowledge to the booth, having won 2 Xfinity races and 2 Cup victories at the Monster Mile. Hamlin's broadcasting debut comes during the most significant legal challenge NASCAR has faced in decades. 2311 Racing, co-owned by Hamlin and Michael Jordan, alongside Front Row Motorsports, are fighting an antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR for alleged monopolistic practices. The conflict escalated when a Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals panel vacated a December 2024 injunction in June 2025, allowing NASCAR to sell 2311's charters. Both teams refused to sign the new charter agreement before the 2025 season, leading to the current legal battle. Jeffrey Kessler, the attorney representing both teams, expressed disappointment with recent court decisions. Kessler stated, "We are disappointed that the court declined 2311 and Front Row Motorsports, a temporary restraining order to allow teams to continue racing as chartered teams. We remain confident that our motion for a preliminary injunction is legally warranted and necessary, and we look forward to the court's full review." The stakes couldn't be higher. A charter guarantees a spot in NASCAR Cup Series races and provides significantly more prize money than open entries. Normally, 36 chartered teams compete, but Dover and Indianapolis will feature only 30 chartered teams since 2311, and FRM lost their status. Kessler emphasized the team's determination. "We made the decision to bring this lawsuit to challenge NASCAR's monopolistic practices and bullying tactics, and we are not going to let them push our teams or others out of the sport they love." 2311 and FRM will compete as open teams at Dover and Indianapolis after their chartered status expired on Thursday, following the appeals court reversal. The teams sought another injunction to remain chartered through the 2025 season's end, with a potential ruling expected within 2 weeks. Bob Pockreus of Fox Sports reported that fewer than 40 cars are entered for the next 2 races, meaning 2311 and FRM should qualify despite their open status. However, the implications for drivers Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace are significant. Both remain winless but playoff eligible on points, and missing races as open entries could cost crucial playoff points. Hamlin addressed the situation directly on his podcast. Hamlin said, "We obviously filed a new preliminary injunction, and we also filed a restraining order against NASCAR. Discoveries revealed like a series of monopolistic acts. To kind of explain the restraining order, we're seeking for them not to be able to take and then sell our charters. If we prevail in December, how do you go get that back? Like, you can't."
We obviously filed a new preliminary injunction, and we also filed a restraining order against NASCAR. Discovery has revealed like a series of monopolistic acts. To kind of explain the restraining order, we're seeking for them not to be able to take and then sell our charters. If we prevail in December, how do you go get that back?
Scheduled to lose your charters on Wednesday, is that correct?
Yep, pending the results of this preliminary injunction, the judge will see the evidence, all the stuff that is redacted that you and I can't see.
And he can use that information to make a ruling on this preliminary injunction.
That's right.
How does this all affect 2311 racing going forward, whether you're an open team or not an open team?
We're going to race, whether it be chartered or unchartered.
Let's say that NASCAR gets what they want and you guys have races open teams. How does that impact Tyler and Bubba racing for playoffs?
Yeah, everything would be the same there. Obviously, if you miss a race, it makes it harder. You miss out on those points, and so hopefully it doesn't come to that.
The discovery process has revealed evidence that remains largely redacted from public view. Through discovery, we have obviously revealed, and so much of this is redacted, a series of monopolistic acts that have occurred. Hamlin explained. So, we believe that the status quo of us having our charters should not be disturbed until this is resolved on December 1st in the courtroom. Despite the legal uncertainty, Hamlin maintains his commitment to competition. He said this on his podcast, "Actions detrimental, we're going to race. One thing is for sure is that we've always said that we're committed to racing this season, whether it be chartered or unchartered. Now the team's determination extends beyond this season." When asked about playoff implications for his drivers, Hamlin acknowledged the challenges. "Yeah, everything would be the same there," Hamlin said regarding playoff eligibility. "Obviously, if you miss a race, it makes it harder. You miss out on those points, so hopefully it doesn't come to that." The December 1st court date will determine the case's final outcome. If 2311 and FRM prevail, the precedent could fundamentally alter NASCAR's business model and team relationships. Hamlin's Dover broadcasting debut comes during an exciting period for the Xfinity Series. Connor Zilisch has emerged as the series' hottest driver, recording 7 straight top 5 finishes since missing the Texas race to recover from a Talladega crash. His streak includes wins at Pocono and Sonoma, plus an ARCA victory at Dover last year. Justin Allgaier leads the point standings but has struggled recently. Since winning at Nashville, the 7th team has recorded finishes of 34th, 10th, 31st, 23rd, and 6th, a marked decline from his dominant season start. The combination of Hamlin in the booth and competitive young drivers creates compelling television for the CW's NASCAR coverage. The network has rotated various drivers through commentary roles to provide different perspectives on race coverage. Hamlin's influence extends beyond traditional racing through his Actions Detrimental podcast, where he regularly discusses industry issues and provides updates on the legal situation. This direct communication channel bypasses traditional media gatekeepers and allows him to control his narrative. His broadcasting expansion represents another platform for influence. Unlike brief guest appearances, calling a full race provides extensive time to share insights and potentially influence public opinion about NASCAR's practices. The timing of his broadcasting debut during the charter crisis creates additional intrigue. Hamlin will be in the booth representing the CW while simultaneously fighting NASCAR in court, a situation that would have been unthinkable in previous eras.